The phone buzzed at 6:15 on a chilly November evening in Akron, the kind where the streetlights flicker on early and the smell of wood smoke drifts from chimneys. I was wiping down the kitchen counter, old habit from 30 years behind the diner passed through, when the screen lit up with Jenna. My daughter never called this early unless something was wrong or she needed something fast. I picked up. "Hey, sweetheart, everything okay at the restaurant?" No warm-up. No "Hi, Mom. How was your day?" Just her voice, brisk and businesslike. "Mom, did you get the invoice I texted you this afternoon? The one for the new POS system upgrade?" I glanced at my phone. There it was, $6,200, forwarded with a single line, urgent. Vendor deadline Friday. I felt my stomach drop the way it used to when the lunch rush hit and we were short a cook. "Yeah, I saw it," I said. "Looks like a big chunk." Jenna, the reopening, was supposed to be next weekend. "You still want me there?" I bought a new dress, blue, the one you said brings out my eyes. A short silence. I could picture her in the back office, surrounded by stacks of takeout containers and order pads. "We did a soft opening a few weeks ago. Quiet. Just a few regulars and some friends from the farmer's market." Marco thought it was better to ease in, avoid the stress. I stood frozen in the middle of my small kitchen, staring at the faded photo on the fridge, me, my late husband Tony, and Jenna at 16, all grinning in front of the old Maple Street diner sign. 6 weeks. My girl had brought the family diner back to life without inviting me to the first slice of pie. The $215,000 I'd given her, proceeds from selling our house after Tony's funeral, every dime I'd planned to live on quietly, was already paying for a celebration I wasn't part of. I swallowed hard. "I'll look at the invoice," I managed. Then I hung up before my voice cracked. I'm Margaret Russo, 64, born and raised in Akron, Ohio. Tony and I ran that little diner on Maple Street for decades, best meatloaf in Summit County, bottomless coffee, regulars who felt like family. When Tony passed 4 years ago, the place closed. The building sat empty, paint peeling, neon sign dark. Then Jenna came home from culinary school in Cleveland with fire in her eyes. "Mom, let's bring it back. Maple Street Eats, comfort food with a modern twist, local ingredients, sustainable sourcing." She had the vision, I had the savings. I handed over $215,000, no formal papers. She hugged me tight and whispered, "This is our legacy, Mom. I promise you'll be proud." For months, it was magic. She'd send photos of the gutted interior, turning into something bright and welcoming. New booths, chalkboard menu, pendant lights over the counter. Late-night calls about sourcing grass-fed beef or perfecting the biscuit recipe. Then Marco, her husband, took over operations and finances. He's ambitious, good with vendors, Italian family from Parma who know food. Calls slowed, texts replaced them. Forwarded invoices started arriving like clockwork. Pay by Friday or hold on delivery. No explanations, no updates on the opening. After that phone call, I couldn't sit still. I drove the 40 minutes downtown. On a Thursday afternoon, no warning. The old diner looked reborn. Fresh red awning, windows sparkling, neon sign buzzing Maple Street Eats, open. Parking lot half full at 3 p.m. Through the glass, I saw Jenna plating sliders at the pass, laughing with a server. Customers at the counter, forks in hand, eating the meatloaf I'd taught her to make when she was 10. The place hummed. It had been open for weeks. I didn't walk in. I sat in my car across the street. For half an hour, watching my money and my memories come alive without me. Then I drove home and started looking. Old waitress habit, You track every dime. Bank records, transfer receipts, every message Jenna sent early on. The promise was clear in her emails. You'll be in the loop on everything important, Mom. This is ours. Reopening was important. So was the $28,000 that had quietly gone to supply chain consulting for a company called Riverfront Advisors. Principal? Marco's uncle Gino, whose only listed experience was family business consultant. $2,500 a month for 10 months. No detailed invoices, just vague line items, logistics optimization, vendor network expansion. I called my old bookkeeper friend Linda from the diner days. She went through everything in a week. Maggie, she said gently, it's not theft. But it's family helping family, Marco's family. And Jenna may not have seen the full picture. I asked for a meeting that Sunday evening after close. They met me in the last booth, fluorescent lights dimmed, chairs stacked around us, no drama. I spread the papers on the table like menus, the missed opening, the payments to Gino, the lease where Marco had signed a personal guarantee Jenna didn't know about until later. Marco said Gino helped negotiate better prices. Jenna said she trusted him to handle it. Marco said Jenna approved the budget line. Jenna's eyes filled. I didn't realize how much. The air was thick with things unsaid, embarrassment, defensiveness, love tangled in money. I didn't demand it all back that night. I asked for transparency, full accounting, a repayment plan for the $28,000. My approval on any expense over $4,000. Not because I want control, I told them, because I want to stay part of this. Family means we talk before we spend. They agreed. 10 days later, the report came. Every dollar accounted for. Gino's contract ended. Repayments scheduled at $1,200 monthly from profits. I signed off. Things softened after that. Jenna started texting before big orders. Mom, new espresso machine, $5,800. Worth it? I'd drive in on Fridays, sit at my old counter. Spot, watch her work the line. She'd slide me a coffee first, black, 2 sugars, the way Tony liked it. Last month, she asked my thoughts on adding Sunday. Brunch, should we keep the biscuits or go fancy with eggs Benedict? I told her biscuits win every time. She smiled like she was 10 again. The money was important once. Now it's just background. What matters is the booth on Friday nights, the way she still saves me the last slice of pie, the quiet knowledge that my voice still has a place at her table. I'm 64. I've lost a husband, sold a home, rebuilt a life on coffee and routine. The lesson came late but clear. Giving without boundaries is generous. Giving with honest boundaries is love that lasts. And when your child pulls up a chair, for you again, even after the coffee's gone cold, that's the real legacy.